Hello, my name is Holly North. My Dharma name is Won Jah Yoo. Won Jah Yoo means liberation, and that is precisely what my talk is about. Liberation from suffering, the great way. I have great news for you. The great news is you are already on the path of the great way. The path is available to you at any time because that is who you truly are. You are an infinite being with infinite potential. Today I'm going to present how the great way has helped guide me home to my spiritual nature. I was diagnosed bipolar several years ago. I longed for tranquility in the midst of the highs and the lows that I was experiencing. I was devoid of a spiritual practice, which could offer me the peace that I was looking for. I was lost, and I needed a place to go. I wanted to turn around the self-destructive tendencies that caused me so much pain. Won Buddhism gave me a map to get myself back on track. From the doctrine of the founding master Sotasan, we learn that the great way is for everybody. It means everyone, including you and me, Aunt Betty, Uncle Paul, Farmer John, all of us. In verse 2 of the doctrine, one of Master Sotasan's disciples asked him, "What do you mean by great way? What can be practiced by all people under heaven is the great way. What can only be practiced by a limited group is the small way." All people under heaven, that is good news, because that includes you and me. The founding master points out that it would be a sickly practice if we could only practice while sitting and not while going about our daily activities. The way isn't about going to a mountaintop to escape worldly affairs. No, the great way is about coming down and sharing the good news. When you deal with healing yourself in the sea of suffering through spiritual practice, you are actually on the path of the great way. Verse 2 continues on to say, "Therefore, our cardinal teaching of Il-Wan, along with the fourfold grace, the four essentials, the threefold study, and the 8 articles is the great way under heaven, which must be understood and can be practiced by all people under heaven." All of these teachings lead to the same answer, and that is oneness. They are like an interwoven fabric. One teaching supports the other. Looking deeply at the fourfold grace, we begin to see that our existence would not be possible without all of the other elements that make up the universe. This includes parents, fellow beings, heaven and earth, and universal laws. Essentially, have respect and gratitude for everything you encounter, because everything is a Buddha. Everything is you, and you are everything. Gratitude practice changed the way that I view the world. My thoughts have become more wholesome. I hold less resentment and judgment towards others. My compassion has grown by being grateful. The 4 essentials are how we manifest our practice in the world so that we can be of better service to ourselves and to others. Some examples are through teaching others and their children, and having respect for those who teach us. Another essential is developing self-power. When we help ourselves, we help others too. Healing my unsettled mind made me a better member of society. The essentials are of being of service to the world. The 8 articles encourage us to develop belief, zeal, and dedication, and to question everything. It takes these qualities to liberate ourselves from suffering. It also guides us to discard tendencies of greed, laziness, unbelief, and foolishness, which lead to our own detriment. When we watch our mind closely, we can see what detours us on the path and what pushes us in the right direction. The threefold study teaches cultivation of spirit, inquiry into human affairs and universal principles, and right choice in action. It taught me to pause, think, and then act. Now I take a deep breath, stay calm, and ride the wave when dealing with difficulties. When living in awareness of our truth, through inquiry and cultivation, we make more loving choices for ourselves and for others. I am practicing embodying the greater version of myself, beyond fear and judgment. I have to let go of these aspects of my personality to allow clear wisdom to lead the way. What I am is unconditional love. Love is what I am focusing on cultivating in all circumstances of my life. Love is what heals the world. I was diagnosed bipolar because of the extreme emotions I once had. When faced with adversity, I would get way out of balance. I couldn't bring myself back to the center. I didn't know where to run or where to go when my inner balance was out of whack. Fight or flight was my survival instinct. The Great Way gives me a place to go when I don't know where to run. That place is inside of me. It is my spiritual nature. It is clear, calm, and tranquil. I started to look deeply at my delusions and attachments that clouded me from my true self. I still get moved by sensory conditions, but the good news is it is a lot less of the time. Now, when something comes along that shakes my world, I have more tools to deal with it, like looking at my mind. The Great Way is having an unmoved mind amidst all worldly situations. In Chapter 7, Timeless Sun, Sun meaning Zen, it says, "Since time immemorial, those who have been determined to achieve the Great Way have all practiced Sun." Timeless Sun is putting spiritual practice into action in everyday life. The practice is living in full awareness in all that you do. Practice while you eat, while you put away the dishes, while you take a walk, when you speak, in the store, in your car. Whenever, you get the picture. It is a practice that is timeless and placeless. That explains why the Great Way is for all people. It doesn't matter your occupation or your role in life. You can practice being in awareness no matter who you are, where you are, or what you are doing. A painter is on the path when allowing creativity to pour onto the canvas, or a gardener propagating seeds with a one point in mind. So is a child splashing in a puddle without a care in the world. or a spouse taking a deep breath during an argument, or a mother knowing unconditional love. I am all of these things: a painter, a gardener, a child at heart, a spouse, and a mother. I can practice San at any time, no matter what I am doing. When I am living with a one-pointed mind, time ceases to exist. If I'm fully present, it is as if the past and the future disappear. Hours of time go unnoticed when I'm doing what I love. Timeless means no time. Our true nature is eternal. I can proudly say that I have made it miles along the dusty path that I was on. In fact, I feel empowered by the Great Way. The dust is gradually turning into gold. At least that is the vision I have for myself and for humanity. My vision is a world free of suffering, each of us living in the empowerment of our true nature. We are powerful co-creators of our reality when we live consciously. There is no God outside of us. The power is within us. We just have to allow it to come through. Maybe that is what Dorothy discovered in The Wizard of Oz when following the yellow brick road home to her true nature. She was unable to find home in the amnesia of the storms she encountered along the way. To return home, all she needed to do was click her heels together 3 times and say, "There's no place like home." Home was there the whole time. Home is living in our true nature. By being present and watching my mind, I have made peace with the extremes that used to throw me off balance. Instead of being controlled by emotions outside of love, I have taken the helm to guide the direction I am going. I am navigating the course of the Great Way by practicing timeless Sun and the other cardinal teachings of Won Buddhism. I am grateful for these teachings to guide me to harmony within myself so that I can be of greater service to others. Thank you, friends in the Dharma Hall and friends online, for being on this path with me. Thank you, Master Sotasan and your disciples, for giving us such a gift, a guide to the Great Way. And thank you to the Reverends for your dedication in sharing this wisdom. Thanks to you, and thanks to me as we guide each other in our transformation on the path of the Great Way. The Great Way is the great news. You are perfect already.